Welcome. I'm Dee Morris. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the description box below and leave your comments. Divorce in general can be a very difficult life experience, one that takes time to recover from. One can only imagine what it's like to divorce someone who is disordered, lacks remorse, empathy, who scams, someone whose agenda is to cause more harm and more hurt, more damage and destruction, even if there are children involved. So, in this video, I will be speaking from personal experience and from the experience of other narcissistic abuse survivors. Please note that in no way, shape, or form am I giving legal advice. I'm not a lawyer, nor am I an attorney, nor in any way licensed or certified on legal matters. So let's jump right in. The main thing to take away from this video is that you must have your ducks in a row when you are facing a divorce with a narcissist. Let's begin with number one, stable employment. You would need stable employment if you're going to leave a narcissist. You will have to, if you were previously dependent on the narcissist, whether partially or fully, you'll have to have a way to support yourself after the ending of your union. That's majorly important and necessary for your sanity, your livelihood, and your well-being of you and if children are involved. Number two, you will benefit greatly from support of friends or a friend, a confidant, or a trusted family member, particularly one who is not in any way, shape, or form connected to the narcissist in your life, or who themselves don't not display traits of narcissism. Someone who you can have coffee with, a glass of wine with, someone you can, just lean on for support during the ordeal. Number three, evidence. So if you have any way to obtain evidence of destructive behavior or threatening behavior, words, etc., keep it, maintain it, secure it, and have it for divorce proceedings. Whether it's photographs of destruction of property. Number four, savings. So it's a really great idea to have a savings account if you were planning on leaving a narcissist in such matters. So have a savings, have a savings, have a savings. Do the best you can when it comes to that. I'm not saying stress yourself out or neglect your family, children, or other responsibilities and priorities, but do your best. That will save you tremendously in the short and long run. Number five, it's a good idea that you secure a lawyer for the proceedings if possible. If you know affordable lawyers in your area and you are planning to leave the narcissist, or you have family and friends who are able to assist you with securing a lawyer partially or fully, if you're able to in somehow or any way financially secure a lawyer, that's pretty good idea. Explain the situation in detail, run down what the lawyer needs to know if they don't know about narcissistic abuse and emotional abuse, about NPD, psychopath, sociopathy. Gather all information you can and let them know as best you can. I have many videos regarding cluster B personalities that you can check out if you want to add to your arsenal of such information. If you're not able to afford a lawyer, you can attempt at legal aid in your county, or if you're in another country, see if there is public or government assistance for legal help when it comes to divorce or other family matters. If this does not pan out well, or you are just not approved for legal assistance in this way, you may also visit courthouse or legal authorities in your area to search out a victim's advocate, and that's someone who would be able to also further assist you with information, resources. That would be my third avenue I would, suggest and look into. If the first two don't go well, pan out, or work in your favor. Number 6, I'd suggest that you get your emotions in check. So a way to go about doing this is, one, like I said previously, have a trusted confidant that you can express some of your pent up fear, concerns, anger, perhaps emotions to. That would help. I would suggest that if you have some free time, it's good to, take some time for yourself, relax, maybe take a few days off. Do not, over analyze things. Do not be over worrisome or anxious. Just know that and that you can continue to thrive and survive and move forward with the support and help of those in your immediate circle that you can lean on and rely upon. Number 7, a restraining order is also a good idea if the narcissist has threatened you in any way. Like I said, keep records of all of this stuff, have evidence. Having a restraining order before the divorce, maintaining it during the divorce and after divorce is highly recommended because narcissists are very easily triggered, very easily injured, and are prone to react violently and enraged. Number 8, I would suggest that you set up surveillance camera system or, one or two surveillance or three. How many ever you prefer surveillance cameras in your immediate vicinity. Let's say outside your front door, towards your yard or front or backyard, inside your home, maybe in a few places. Do this before the divorce begins, during and after the divorce. Maintain, this setup because are erratic, unpredictable, and very, very impulsive. You just don't know what they can do. And if you have these things set up, you are more comforted, you may feel safer, and if anything does pop off or happen, you have evidence of that. Number 9, speak with someone at your work or at your job about the situation at hand. I know there's not something, most anyone would want to do, like share facing of a divorce and what they're going through and the tragedy of abuse, particularly if you're a private person. But it's important because and they're all, narcissists are very vindictive. I'm saying that to say they can show up at your job, stand outside your job, try to have an argument with you coming into work or leaving work, come inside your job, probably harass other people, such as the receptionist, want to see you or talk to you or leave you a message. They would need to know what's really going on because you're dealing with a disordered person. There's not someone who thinks normally or who even they behave most times when they feel hurt, injured in a very, very unstable manner. So, and also, when you're going through divorce proceedings, it goes without saying that you may have to miss some days at work to attend proceedings. And then particularly with the narcissist, they may prolong the proceedings just out of being vindictive and out of spite, which may cause perhaps multiple times you would have to attend to case proceedings just to get things resolved with the narcissist, particularly if there are children involved. Number 10, no JADE. For more information on no JADE, please see the description box below. There will be a link to another video for this particular tip. There are the 10 that I suggest for having a less stressful divorce with the narcissist. It will be challenging to say the least, but everything that you can gather to make it much easier will be worth it in the long run. So I'm just trying to help you in that respect. So let me just go over the 10 one more time for you, and then I have a few tips at the end, extra tips at the end. 1, have stable employment. 2, have support of a confidant or family who can be a family member or friend, someone who's not connected to the narcissist in any way, shape, or form, of course. Number 3, have evidence. Number 4, financial savings. Number 5, secure a lawyer. If not, attempt legal aid. If not, meet with a victim's advocate and discuss your situations and way forward with them. Number 6, have your emotions in check. Stabilize your emotions. Number 7, obtain a restraining order if possible. Number 8, set up a camera externally and inside your place of residence. Number 9, speak with someone at your job, preferably the person that's in charge, such as your manager, your boss, your supervisor, or all three, if you have all three. Number 10, know JADE. So here are a few other tips that I will like to suggest that are more minor, but I think they're important, so I'm going to just briefly discuss them. It's a good idea to know where the narcissist is located. So if the narcissist no longer lives on the premises or is no longer residing with you, has moved out, or you've moved out of the marital home or the home you share with the narcissist, it's important that you know where the narcissist live, because if you're the one filing for the divorce, you will need to actually go and have someone or secure a server to serve the narcissist the papers. And if you don't know where the narcissists live, you will need to find out. Perhaps you'll have to hire a private investigator or something like that to know where the narcissist currently lives or where they are, how to locate them. But that would also cost extra funds, extra money. So it's good to kind of keep track of, if possible, where the narcissist is moving to, where they are located, or get the help of, someone who may know or have this information, whether it's. So my other tip, but make sure you're doing this in a very safe and secure manner. My other tip is that when it comes to having your emotions in check, yes, it is pretty devastating period in your life to be experiencing a divorce with a narcissist or breakup, but it can get even worse when it comes to being in court with the narcissist or being in a legal setting with a narcissist. The thing about the narcissist is that they're very cunning and they know how to be calm, respectful, quiet, reserved, and collected when in the presence of authorities such as lawyers, judges, police officers, etc. They pretty much mastered that. They know how to maintain their composure during times of stress. And trust me, narcissists are well aware of the implications of blowing up in the presence of others, especially the sophisticated narcissists or narcissists of the likes who are up higher on the NPD spectrum or cluster B spectrum. Narcissists know how to twist events. They know how to make false allegations and accusations about you to their lawyers and to their other supporters. They will use their manipulation tactics to throw you off kilter, and they will try to have you appear as the unstable person or parent or partner within the divorce proceedings, or that's what you were within the relationship as well. So they master manipulators. That's what they do. Another tip is that, sometimes narcissists, they prolong divorce proceedings and such proceedings because, one, if you're having to pay for it, They know it's going to come perhaps out of your pocket or savings, particularly if the narcissist knows your financial situation very well. Also, narcissists know that's a challenging time for you, and they're going to try to harvest as much supply from you as possible within this setting. So they know that, it's challenging. You're going to have to probably miss a day or not more, or two or more from work to get this situation done, over with. Oftentimes, narcissists may agree to mediation proceedings and to have a mediation agreement just because, they feel like they would have more control of the situation in a more private setting without being pushed and pulled and tugged around by or exposed in front of an actual judge. So, they may not mind prolonging the proceedings, particularly if they have the funds and finances to actually afford a lawyer or all the time missed at work. But, basically, narcissists enjoy the distress that it causes in your life. They also appreciate the attention they're receiving, particularly if you guys have not spoken in a while, you're broken up, and you are not talking with them, not speaking with them, or have minimized and limited your interactions with them. Another tip is that it's best to agree to non-verbal communication with the narcissist after the divorce proceedings and during divorce proceedings. But I mean, when it comes down to making an agreement, a legal agreement for that, so anything written or that can be documented is best, such as text messages, email, a third-party app where you both would, go on and log into to communicate. All that is better than phone call communication during divorce proceedings or after. But particularly during divorce proceedings, I would say communication should go through your legal advice and your lawyers. But after the agreement, you would, during the divorce, you have the option to choose text message or email, the type of or form of communication you prefer. You have that option. The court systems are not that aware, are not very well, doesn't appear to address narcissism and narcissistic abuse very well. So it's up to you to protect yourself emotionally and to choose the right course of action for you and your family when it comes to how you communicate with the narcissist after divorce proceedings. But it's best through a third party to communicate with them during divorce proceedings if possible, whenever possible. Something else you need to realize is that this may not be the narcissist's first divorce. Narcissists have a string of destruction in their past, and they have left discarded, abused other people in their past. And so they may have done this before. They may have done it multiple times, 2, 3, 4 times. And so, oftentimes narcissists live double lives. So even if they hadn't been married in the past, they may have been to family court in the past because of children or other situations or child support cases and stuff like that. So if you've never had to deal with family court in the past, but now you do because of having to endure narcissistic abuse, you have to realize that they may be, one ring up or a few rings up the ladder than you when it comes to such situations, which of course exactly where the narcissist wants to be. They like to feel more powerful and more in control than anyone else. So, or at least they like to think of themselves that way. So that makes it even more challenging, knowing that, this may not be the narcissist's first rodeo, but you will definitely gain life experiences from the situation. Hopefully you will turn the lemons into lemonade and be able to help someone else in the future who will have to endure such circumstances. So for more information on how to protect yourself by using the no JADE method, please see the description box below. That's all I have for now. Thanks for being here, letting me share. Till next time, be safe and take care. Bye.